A very good afternoon to all the participants. I am CMA Bhavna Yadav from Tax Research Department, and I warmly welcome you all to our webinar today's on the topic Impact of GST 2.0 and Challenges, Automobile Sector, Hospitality, Construction, and Household and Consumer Durables. It is an honor to introduce our speakers for today's session, CMA Vishwanath Bhatt sir. He is a commerce graduate and a fellow of Institute of Cost Accountant of India, bringing over 25 years of hands-on experience as a practicing cost accountant. His expertise spans costing and cost audit in sectors such as electrical, mineral, automobiles, garments, and pharmaceutical. Many aspiring CMAs have successfully qualified under his mentorship. He is skilled in wide range of areas including cost accountant, cost audit, budgeting, management information system, VAT, central exercise, service tax, income tax, internal audit and GST. He currently serves as a cost auditor for a major public limited company and is an indirect tax consultant for numerous private sector and multinational companies. Sir is also a sought after speaker on GST, VAT, and cost accounting record rules, having delivered lectures at the Bangalore chapter of ICMI, leading management institution and national seminar. In professional leadership role, he has served as secretary, vice chairman, and chairman of the Bangalore chapter of ICMI, held the post of treasurer, secretary, vice chairman, and chairman of SIRC of ICMI, chaired the practitioner committee, served as the president of Karnataka State Cost Accountant Association, and is a member of Insurance and Banking Committee of the Federation of Karnataka Chamber of Commerce and Industry, that is FKCCI. His leadership and expertise have significantly contributing to shaping the profession of CMA, mentoring the next generation of professional and charting new directions in the field. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Bhavana. And thank you very much to Priyanka Madam also. Before starting, thank you very much to TRD Department, Tax Research Department. Really, Tax Research Department is doing wonderful job. And with the able leadership of our President TCS Srinivas Prasad and Vice President, and as well as Direct Taxation Committee CMA Bhatti sir and Indirect Taxation Committee Ashish Tate sir. And thank you very much to all the members for attending today's webinar. And today we will cover GST 2.0. What is the impact? What exactly industry, whatever this reduction of GST rate, what type of benefit will go to consumer, and as a whole, the consumers, what type of benefit they are getting, all these things we will discuss today. Then after that, we will discuss specific industry. Today I have selected 4 specific industry. What exactly the impact, and all these things we will discuss today. We know very well. At the time of introduction of the GST, various indirect taxation subsumed in GST. There is a revenue neutral rate, RNR. Before starting, we will discuss what is RNR. Revenue neutral rate means without affecting revenue by putting whatever GST rate, say for example, whether it is a 5% or 12% or 18%, 28% or 40%. Required revenue we are supposed to collect, that is called RNR. Say for example, after adding all the indirect taxes, say around 1 lakh crores, then By putting all these various GST rate, if you are able to correct same 1 lakh crores, that is called RNR, revenue neutral rate. Initially, government is too much bothered about whether by putting this rate, whether we are able to collect expected revenue or not. That is what they have bothered, because we know very well. Before introduction of the GST, there was a central excise, there was a VAT, and over and above central excise, we are supposed to levy CST and VAT. Altogether, somewhere around 30% taxes it was. Then after the introduction of the GST, depending upon the product rate, majority products are covered under 18%. And here and there few products, not few products, depending upon the situation, they have put 5% and 12%, even 28% also. Now, by seeing the revenue, now government is collecting almost 2 lakh crores per year, per month. Then what government thought, now it is the right time to rationalize the GST rate. That is why they have come with a GST 2.0 or 2.0. 22nd September 2025. Our members know very well. They have come with a new GST rate. Now only 5%, 18% and 40%. They have abolished the 28% and 12%. Few products are still it is in under 12%. Maybe whenever new notification will come, at that time they will revise the rate. See, today impact of GST 2.0 and challenges. We know very well. Whenever government will come with a new amendment, they will come with the idea that they want to give a major benefit to the customers and stakeholders, everybody. But here and there small challenges will come that we are supposed to face it. Today we will discuss the major impacts and even challenges also, how to handle the challenges. All these things we will discuss today. Now, we know very well, under the able leadership of Narendra Modi and Nirmala Madam, they have given a Deepavali or Diwali gift to all the customers. Normally, whenever they will come with a new rule, notification will come or notification will take lot of time. This time they clearly, after 56th GST Council meeting, they told clearly, no. Immediately we want to implement new rate. This whatever new GST rate we want to give as a Deepavali gift or Diwali gift. That is why all the product, those who are buying the products or a services, it should be cheaper at the time of Diwali. That is what they are told. We know very well, even sales last year as compared to last year Deepavali and this year Deepavali, almost 50% more. That is why we are able to trace out the real impact of this GST 2.0 that we have seen actually. And dear members, at any time in chat box, you can ask the question. Once in a 5-10 minutes, I will go to the chat box and I will interact with you. It should not be one way. Always my webinar, I will keep it as an interactive session. Whatever you are asking, each and every question I will reply. Okay, I will go to the chat box, question and answer, and I will reply to that. Next. Then what is the impact? Household across India will experience a relief of 27 to 30% in tax due to GST 2.0. Say for example, majority of the product, it has come down to 5% from 12% and 28% to 18%. Automatically, if I collect 1 rupee today, tomorrow I have collected only 70 paisa. 30% of the taxes has come down. According to joint report by the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Committee against the smuggling and whatever polluting activities, destroying the economic picky cascade, and thought that arbitrage research restored. They have told the 30% of the taxes has come down. Automatically that benefits, automatically it will go to consumer. Some of the big wigs or industry leaders say normally whenever government come with a amendment, automatically government will tell no, the lot of benefits will go to the customer or an industry. That is what normally they are telling. But industry people, they will really analyze the impact and they will tell what is the impact. Now, these three bigwigs, Radhika Gupta, Harsh Goenka and Anand Mahendra, what they have told from industry wise, GST reforms as a boost for demand, affordability and inclusive growth. That is what these three industrial leaders they have told. It means even industry they have accepted this amendment. Now, say chocolate have become the cheaper 18 to 5%, then even baby product 12 to 5%, and whatever parag milk or other agriculture and dairy stocks rally up to 7% after GST cuts. It is the highlight. Some of the pictures I have taken from the social media and I have put it. See the each and every person, it is a big impact. And each and every person or a consumer, they have experienced it. The goods and service rate cut dairy products from in farm inputs and food processing items will directly benefit over a 10 crore dairy farmers. Okay, this is not a government report. All these dairy farmers, they are having an association, they have given this report and strengthen the cooperative sector and Ministry of Cooperation. They said from 12% or 18% to 5% and exempted, it has created the huge impact on dairy product. Then one by one we will discuss in between. I will interact with you. The impact of GST 2.0, few sectors, automobile sector, hospitality, construction, and household and consumable durable. We will discuss. If you want, we will discuss something else also. Absolutely no problem. What is the overall impact? To what extent reduction has happened? Whether really it has gone to the consumer or not? That is the big question. And some extent, say for example, if you take a Bisleri water example, immediately they have reduced the rate. Earlier it was 20 rupees. Now they are charging only 18 rupees and 10 rupees package, they are charging only 9 rupees. Like that, other water companies also, they have reduced their price. Okay. Like that, people are reduced the prices in the automobile sector. You know very well. After 56th council, immediately all this automobile sector, leading car manufacturers, either Maruti or Tata, everybody has, they have announced we want to pass on our GST benefit to the customers. We will give a discount of 50,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, something like that. Some automobile industry, they have used this as a advertising technique. That is okay, well and good. But finally, consumer will be benefited. Small cars with the engines under 200cc to and two-wheeler below 350cc have moved from 28% to 18%. Straight away, 10% reduction in tax rate. Say for example, if the 1 lakh is the price of the two-wheeler or 2 lakh, straight away 2 lakh into 10%, 20,000 customer is getting the benefit. If the car rate is around 10 lakh, 10 lakh into 10%, around 1 lakh, customer will be benefited. Say here, there is no contradictory views. Straight away, today is my basic price is 10 lakh. Earlier I used to charge 28%. Now I am charging straight away 18% because basic price will not change. All the input, whatever, whether it is a 28% or 18%, they are supposed to get the input. They used to get it. Now, instead of 28%, they are supposed to charge only 18%. Here there is no big challenge. Only thing is all the car manufacturers, whether they will pass on all these benefit to the customer or not, that is it is a big question. But even then, as a customer, if you take whatever price before 26 September, and if you go and negotiate with your car suppliers, sir, before 22nd September, this is the car price, basic rate, and now also it should be same only. Whatever rate deduction in GST, that you have to pass on to me. That is what you have to negotiate with them. And almost all car manufacturers, according to my opinion, whatever they are getting the benefit, they have passed on to customer. In turn, they are able to book a huge turnover, 1 to double turnover. In that, they are able to make very big profit. That is the agenda of the government also. See, if you help the industry, if you help the customer, automatically buying power of the customer will increase. Then people will buy the product. Finally, automatically, industry will grow and money will go to the customer. That money recycle will happen. That is the agenda of the government, and what ultimately rationalization of rate also, GST rate also. Some of the product rate of tax has increased, no doubt at all. It is not totally reduction of GST rate. Almost all 80 to 90% of the product has come down. Some of the few products are gone up also, no doubt. Then Mercedes-Benz India has announced the price cuts of 5 to 8% or up to 10 lakh depending upon the model. This is a Economic Times news. It is not my news. And 50% including cess, now it is 40%. Almost all that 10%. You know very well, bench car, it will vary from around 50 lakh to 2 to 2.5 crore. And depending upon the car value, you are supposed to get this much of benefit. That is possible. Other cars, Honda Slash, Amage, Elevate, and City prices up to 1.5 lakh to up to 1.5 lakh. Say for example, Honda Amage or Honda Elevate. If you want to buy that type of cars, your price will be almost all 1 to 1.2 lakh or up to 1.5 lakh, or depending upon the car price. And the Honda Elevate SUV now attractively priced starting at 10 lakh 19 for entry level, and yes, whatever price reduction for different variation range from 48 2000 to all this news from whatever Economic Times, some leading newspapers. The mid-size SUV blends bold design and spacious cabin and advanced feature. All these things. It is a news of some Economic Times and public media, all these things. The Honda City also benefit from the GST linked price reduction with a discount of ranging from 41,000 to 57,500. It's all depending upon the car price and tax rate. It means almost all automobile industry, they have reduced the price. Okay, now automobile industry, petrol and hybrid LPG, CNG, and diesel hybrid cars, three-wheelers, motorcycle and motor vehicle for the transport of goods, 28% to 18%. They have reduced the price. This is the overall impact on an average in automobile industry or automobile sector. 10% reduction is there. Estimated percentage of impact on market price across the entire automobile sector, the average reduction in final vehicle price is approximately 8 to 12%, depending upon the segment, and the manufacturer pass through this aligns with the observed dealer discount ranging from 50,000 to 5 lakh currently in the market. Okay. This is some bigger cars only, Benz and BMW or some other big cars. If the car price is somewhere around 2 to 2.5 crores, then only you are getting around a 10 lakh, 10 to 12 lakh benefit. Otherwise, normal cars around 50,000 to 1 lakh, it will vary up to 5 lakh depending upon the cost of the. See here a small chart I have put it. Now I will go back to question. There is a question. We will handle it. Good afternoon. Okay, all these things are okay now. Good afternoon. Okay. Okay. As of now, there is no question as such. In future, whenever question will come, we will handle it. And here there is a chart. Old effective GST rate and new GST rate. So approximately price and discount. Say for example, small cars 1200, lesser than 1200 cc and lesser than 4 meter. Earlier it was 29%, now it is 18%, around 8 to 10% reduction. Mid-size cars, %28 per 43%, now around 10 to 12%, and luxury cars around 3 to 10 lakh, and two-wheelers 28 to 18%. It's all depending upon this one. Only thing is electric vehicle. Earlier also there was a 5% tax. Even now it is 5%. Because of that, there is no price reduction. They are not giving any benefit to the electrical vehicle. Okay, this is the whole background of the automobile sector. What type of reduction has happened, what benefits we are getting, and whether all the corporate they are passing this benefit or not. That is the big question. Now, as what I have observed, especially in automobile industry, almost all operators they have given this benefit to the customer because it is very easy. Say for example, if you take old rate and new rate, okay, there is no much variation in basic price. Straight away on basic price, they have to apply the new tax rate. Then you are getting that benefits. Now we will go to the hospitality industry. Say over GST and hospitality sector, a technology-driven version GST 22nd 2025 introduced the revised rate slabs and ease of doing business. All these things no need to bother. Now we will straight away we will go to the changes and impact of hospitality. The category hotel room 7,500 if it is greater than 7,500. Earlier rate is lesser than 7,500. Earlier rate is 12% and new rate is 5%. Okay, no ITC, lower cost to the guest but cost pressure on hotel. If the hotel room, if they are charging more than 7,500, 18%, and as it is 18% and ITC allowed natural impact. Restaurant service standalone 5% and 5% no ITC unchanged, and banquet event services 18% old and new, and now also 18%. Now I will analyze. Say for example, here there is a big impact. Impact in the sense maybe rate of tax is less, maybe rate of tax is less, around 7% less. But if you want to go for, there is no other option, we know very well. Say for example, if the hotel room charges, if it is lesser than 7,500, you are supposed to charge 5% without IDC. Then automatically basic price will go up. Say whether anybody has observed or not, if you go to the hotel before introduction of this new rate, before 22nd September, they are pricing basic price for a whatever masala dosa or idli vada 100 rupees or a parota. After introduction of this new rate, then automatically they are supposed to increase the basic rate to 105 or 102 or 103 depending upon the situation. Otherwise, they are losing money because automatically after this rate, they are not getting any credit. That is the idea. Because of that reason, always you have to recalculate, especially in hospitality industry, basic price. Otherwise, we are losing huge money. That is why some of my clients, what I have done after introduction of this new rate, we have calculated the basic price, revised basic price, ignoring input tax credit. Say, for example, if I am losing, say, around 1 lakh input tax credit, I have to add to the basic price and I have to apportion to the all these products. Okay. Now, this industry, hospitality industry, they are trying a lot because most of the big hotels, once in a while, they are charging more than 7,500. Then because of that, they comes under 18%. Okay. But some of the industries, they will not reach 7,500 at all. Automatically they are losing the input tax credit and they are supposed to charge only 5% tax rate. Because of this reason, nowadays hotel industry, they are crying actually. And also another big problem is specified premises. Okay. What is that specified premises? Say for example, in any premises, if you are having a lodging, if you are charging more than 7,500 any day throughout the year, then automatically in that premises, even for restaurant services, you are supposed to charge 18%. That is a big hit to the industry. We are expected some improvement in that specified premises, but they have not done it. But they want to explain what is specified premises by way of no circular. Till today, they have not issued that circular. It is a what is specified premises? It is a big question. But even then, little bit here and there problem is there. But in a premises, if you are exceeding 7,500 as a room rent in any day of the year, then automatically you are supposed to charge 18%. Lot of public, whenever they will visit the restaurant, they will question it. Why you are charging 18%? Other restaurants are charging only 5%. All this, whatever public reaction, you have to face it. Okay. Sir, GST on health and life insurance also been reduced to 0. Definitely, sir. Bhaskar, sir, today I am covering only 4 sectors. Otherwise, no doubt at all, life insurance for an individual, it is reduced, not a group insurance. And after that, lot of whatever insurance policies, whenever they are laying a 18% tax, now they are not charging, automatically premium will come down. What is the treatment of compensation shares already paid by the dealer on the motor vehicle? Can the dealer claim the refund of such as service tax effectively paid twice, once on purchase and again the subsequent sales? Is there any remedy available? No, sir. As of now, they have not come with anything. You will not get the refund. Now, additional impact, need for a, say for example, need for accurate tariff classification and invoicing, and shift in cost structure due to ITC restriction. That is what I have already explained. Due to ITT restriction, automatically your basic price has to increase. Otherwise, you are unable to recover your basic price, and additional in your profit, automatically your profit will come down. And need for accurate tariff classification and invoicing, okay, especially in specified premises. If you are billing throughout the year, even a single invoice, if it is more than 7,500 in restaurant, you are supposed to charge 18%. Really, it is a big challenge, especially small places and all. In tourist places, once in a while, based on season, they are crossing 7,500. Just because of that reason, in a restaurant, if you are charging 18%, people will object and you have to fight with the people, and it is an additional burden to the customer also. Probably all hotel industry already they have approached the government with these practical difficulties. Probably maybe government shortly they will come with some solution. But up to that you have to face this problem. Boost expected in domestic and tourism and budget hotels. Okay, then benefit to the hospitality, enhance affordability automatically. Almost all 7% they have reduced, and demand revival mid market and budget hotel expected to 7 to 10% increase in occupancy and tourism growth. All these things, it is a impact. Simplified digital compliance and positive outlook for ancillary services. As a whole, automatically the cost has come down 7 to 7%, and cost has improved due to non-availability of input somewhere around 3%. Additional benefit somewhere around 4% they will get. Challenges and concern: loss of input tax credit in especially hotel industry. 5% slab cannot be GST on purchases, utilities and services. Automatically either margin will erode, or otherwise you have to fix a little bit higher basic price. Then tariff and threshold issues. 7,000 limit may become outdated with the inflation, reducing eligibility for 5% rate. This whatever since from so many years that 7,500 limit is there. You have to revise that, but government time being they have not received. Multiple slab for rooms and bundle services, and increased cost pressure, higher operating cost due to black ITC, consumables, sale, housekeeping, contracts, etc. Investment in profitability concern, reduced to ITC could affect RYA, new hotel projects and VM refreshment. Estimated percentage of impact on market price. Consumer gain around 6 to 8% cheaper from roof tariffs, and hotel lose around 4 to 6% higher operating cost due to ITC. Maybe overall impact is around 2 to 3%, especially in hospitality industry. Around 3% additional benefit is not a big boost, but even then okay, it is good only. Then construction industry. See, especially in the automobile industry, once they have come with a new GST rate or after 56th council meeting, immediately automobile industries, almost all manufacturers, they have reacted. We want to give this much of discount, 50,000, 1 lakh or 2 lakh, depending upon the value of the car or price of the car. And also all these consumers like hospital, even in hospitality industry, suddenly they have revised the rate, because basic rate little bit they are supposed to increase some of the whatever aware. If they are aware of that information, they have increased the basic price. Otherwise, on basic price, they have applied the revised price. All this in the hospital industry and hoteliers. Some of the hoteliers, they have not reduced it. That is altogether different issue. But sorry for the inconvenience. But especially in construction industry, builders, they have not come with any discount. Now, if you go through the construction industry, the reduced material cost, GST on several key materials has been lowered from 28% to 18%, with some items reduced to 5%. Cement reduced from 28 to 18%. Tiles, paint, coatings and reduced from 28 to 18%. PVC price reduced from 18 to 5%. Unpolished domestic stone and marble blocks reduced from 12% to 5%. Now, if you take a, say for example, if the builders are quoting 1 crore, out of that, say around 40% labor or 30% labor or 35%. There is no change for 35%. Remaining 70%, whatever material, on each and every building material, there is a reduction in GST rate. Say, for example, it will vary from 10 to 7% depending upon 28 to 18 or 12 to 5 or whatever. If you take on an average of 8%, 8 into 7, it comes around 5.6%, somewhere around 5 to 6% direct benefit they are getting. Say, for example, if you book one apartment for 1 crore, today, keep on you are paying the installment. Each and every alternative month, you are paying around 4 lakh or 5 lakh. Then automatically, whole that cost of 1 crore, it will come down to 94 lakh or 95 lakh. Straight away, this benefit of 5 lakh, they are supposed to give a whatever discount to you. That no builder as of now offer this discount. Okay. Now, if you take a construction industry as a whole, already all these suppliers, they have reduced the rate, no doubt at all. Then if you buy a material directly and if you construct your own houses, then automatically in that industry, the cost will come down drastically. Say, for example, if you want to build a individual houses, if you want to build an individual house, okay, then you have to buy all these materials. Then automatically what will happen? The price of all these product will come down by 8 to 10%. Then if you build your own house, then you are getting that deduction. But the question here is, nowadays, especially in big cities, construction of individual house is very less as compared to builder. Builder will build a big complex. Okay. Then after constructing the big complex, they will sell to the customer. While quoting the rate before introduction of this GST rate, maybe they used to charge 1 crore or 2 crore or 3 crore depending upon the project and depending upon the apartment and depending upon the builder. Now, because of reduced rate, they are supposed to give discount because all this material in future they will buy and they will construct a building. Automatically whatever other constraint will be there like inflation, all these things. Otherwise also all these things are common. Now government has reduced the rate. You are supposed to pass on that to customer. That is the idea. Anyhow, inflation with this GST reduction or without reduction, automatically inflation will be there. That is altogether different issue. Whenever you are talking to builders, they will come with 100 problem. That is altogether their problem. Whenever they are in that business, they have to face all these problem and they have to manage. That is a altogether different issue. Now, what are the benefits they are getting? They are supposed to pass on to the customer. Okay, in this direction, either department or government has to do something, otherwise final customer will not get the benefit. But as a whole, if you see all this material cost has come down, at least builder will get this benefit. Maybe that benefit in long run, he will reduce the price here and there, no doubt. And competition will take care of each and everything. Say, for example, if the in a competitive market, if some builder, if they charge less, then automatically other builder also will charge less. Competition will take care of all these things. Say, that is why now you know very well. There is a earlier there was a section 171 called anti-profiteering clause. Government has issued lot of notices because of this GST benefit. Somebody should not enrich or company should not take that benefit. They have issued lot of notices. But that anti-profiteering clause now it is not there. Only competition and awareness will take care of everything. See, awareness in the sense consumer has to ask, sir, GST has reduced. Why you are not reducing the price? And also competition. Say, for example, if in a market 100 builders, some builder will reduce the price, automatically other has to reduce. Like that, correction has to happen, but in long run it will happen. That is 100% sure. Now, if possible, we will interact. If I am having assuming compensations sales are disallowed on after 26 November, will be dealer is required to reverse the existing ITC balance in compensation place laying in the electronic credit ledger only the portion of ITC attributable to vehicle held in stock. Correct, sir. Pratik Jain, sir, definitely correct. Whatever input it is not useful, automatically you have to reverse it. Will GST department after businessman to ensure GST reduction benefit has been passed on the consumer? If a such anka, how businessman he has to reply? Sir Dilip Bateja, sir, you know very well. Section 171 that you used to deal with anti-profiteering clause. Now already that section 171 they have abolished. There is no anti-profiteering clause. Now department will not issue any notice in future. Competition and awareness of the customer and maybe department will push it little bit because of that. If anything happen, it will happen. Otherwise, legal action is very difficult under this situation because now there is no anti-profiteering clauses exist. Earlier there was an anti-profiteering clause. Now, in construction industry, this is the problem. See, estimated percentage of market price, significant reduction in cost due to lower tax rate on material like cement, tiles and marble, expected lower overall project expenses by 3 to 5%. Here, two things. One is material purchased by the builder and final and whatever building or a flat he will transfer to the customer. Here, builder definitely or a builder or a developer, he will get definitely he will get the benefit. They know very well all this product GST rate has come down and they will negotiate with the supplier and finally they will charge less and overall cost impact to the builder is less only. And finally, whether they will pass on to the customer or not, that is a big question. Maybe in long run it will happen. As of now, no builder has come with a discount. But if you take individual construction, automatically they will get somewhere around 5% benefit, no doubt at all. Each and every material has come down. And already suppliers, like a cement manufacturing company or steel companies, they are all reduced their price. That is 100% sure. Now, household and consumer durables. Now, in a household and consumer, we know very well the basic idea of this GST reduction of the rate is Finally, consumer has to get all the product with a low cost. Say for example, see overall reduction say around 10% less. If your household budget is somewhere around 40,000, if the impact of household product is somewhere around 10% overall impact, your budget will come down by 10%. Say around next month, maybe you will spend only 36,000. This is the idea. Each and every household item supplier, they have reduced it. Like here, UHD milk, prepackaged paneer, pizza, bread, chapati, roti, all these things, it has come down to nil, zero rate from 5%. Parota and other Indian breads from 18% to nil. And hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, toilet soap bars, toothbrushes, shaving cream, all these things reduced from 18% to 5%. Butter, ghee, cheese and dairy and pre-packaged napkins and utensils, feeding bottles, napkins, babies and clinical diapers and sewing machine. All these things has come down from 12 to 5%. If there is a reduction from 18% to 5%, straight away you are getting a 13% benefits. And if it is a 12% to 5%, automatically you are getting a 7% benefit. On an average, you will get around 10% benefit, especially impact of market price in a rough rule thumb, a many daily essential, you might expect 10 to 12% reduction in tax component, price benefit assuming full pass through the producer and retailer. Once again, this condition apply. See, in a market, each and every person, whether they have reduced the price or not, it is a big question. Wherever you are getting the invoice, rate of tax, it is easily traceable. But if it is a MRP product, then it is very difficult to trace out all these rates. Government has made a rule, you have to whatever give a with a reduction rate only. But to what extent consumer is able to trace out, it is a big question. But you are getting a all this product with a lesser price, especially in consumer market around 10 to 12%. Electronic appliances, here also straight away you are getting around 10% reduction. Air conditioner, television, monitors and projectors and dishwashing machine. Okay, all these things from 28% to 18%. Okay, nowadays see all this air conditioner, television and fridge, TV, all these things people are offering with a lesser price. Say for example, if the fridge or TV is somewhere around, it will vary between 20,000 to 30,000. You will get somewhere around 3 to 4,000 deduction, you will get it. Okay. Now, see estimated percentage of impact on market price. The price drop is 8 to 10% on many major household electronics has enabled more family to upgrade or purchase a new appliance, especially with reforms being implemented right before the festive season. Okay, all these things it has reduced 8 to 10%. Now textiles, apparel. Here there is a small problem. See, they have increased the rate from 1,000 to 2,500, but they have increased the tax rate. Say for example, if it is up to 2,499, apparel made up to greater than 2,500 and 18%, 12% to 18%, rate has increased. But basic rate earlier it was 1,000, now it is increased to 2,500. Within that, if you buy, then automatically it is a 5%. Okay. Now, erasers 5% to nil. Okay. Then pencil sharpeners 12% to nil, writing instrument, 12% to nil, notebooks, 12% to nil, like that. The idea is like this. In this rate rationalization, what they have done, once again they have observed. Say, because there is a 5% rate, there was a 5% rate, 12% rate, 18% rate, and 28 and whatever, plus S, all these things. Now the slab, they have reintroduced 5% and 18% and 40%. See, whatever possible, they have reduced from 28 to 18, 18 to 5, and 5 to 0, or 12 to 0. All these things they have done it. But some of the product, if it is little bit luxury, then automatically what they have done, they have shifted 12% rate to 18%, and some of the whatever earlier 28%, they have shifted to 40% also. But especially essential product, those who are poor people they are using, and students, for all these things, they have straight away made it nil. Say printed, say for example, if you take consumables like breads and all these things, they have made it zero. Then like students, those who are using printed maps, pencils, writing instrument, notebooks, all these things, they have made it zero. All these things, what they have done actually, they have supported the common man or a poor people. Then mining. See, mining, why they have increased the rate? Say earlier, there was a inverted duty structure in mining. What happened actually? Coal, ingot, and all these things from 5% to 18%. Here they used to pay royalty under RCM. They used to discharge 18%. We know very well that service is not allowed under inverted duty structure. Then automatically they used to pay 18% tax and final product was 5%. Then there is a inverted duty, there was an inverted duty structure, but they are unable to claim the refund because input is a service. Because of all this reason, they have, especially in mining, they have increased the rate of tax from 5 to 18%. Now there should not be any inverted duty structure, and whatever earlier input tax credit also you can use in future. That is possible. Any other question? As of now, there is no question. Our members are so comfortable with all this new GST rate. That is why some of the inverted duty structure problem they have solved it. But due to reduction rate, there is a new litigation or new challenges are emerged that we will discuss later. Now, challenges. We know very well. Now, some more products are also reduced. That also just I will go through it and see. few other sectors also we will discuss. Then we will finally we will go to the challenges. All these daily essentials over package utensil. Okay, then some of the agriculture product like farmers, tractors, tires and parts. Earlier it was 18%. Now it is reduced to 5%. Okay. Say government what they thought actually they want to support a common man and even agriculturist also. Tractor, tires and parts they have reduced from 18% to 5%, almost all 30% bad. Then tractors specified 12 biopesticides and drip irrigation agriculture. All these things are agriculture product. They have reduced from 12 to 5%, especially in agriculture industry. Say for example, agriculture machinery, those who are producing, the tax reduction is unique, but actual price cut may be across the brands, models, region, deals. For example, model dropped 5 to 5%, 7% and 4% also. It's all depending upon the situation. And healthcare sector, somebody is told, sir, health and life insurance is zero. No doubt, individual health and life insurance is zero, but there is a still people are asking about group insurance, corporate insurance, all these things. Probably in future, government will take a call. Otherwise, individual health and life insurance is zero. They have made it. Thermometer, once again, 18% to 5%. Medical grade oxygen, 12% to 5%. And glucometer, 12% to 5%. Corrective spec specs, then 12% to 5%. Drugs and medicines, 12% to zero. And whatever other medicines like alpha activated, some of the technical words are there, whether I don't know what exactly all these medicines, 5% to nil. And drugs and medicines such as all these things explanation they have given. Okay, all these drugs and medicine 12% to 5%. Their estimated impact is 5 to 12% on an average. Say around somewhere around 8 to 9% reduction will be there, even in medicines also. Then maps, charts and globes, pencils and exercise books, all these things we have discussed. 12.25%. Air conditioner we have discussed. Textiles we have discussed. And list of nil rated to exempted item. This is also discussed. Health we have discussed. Life and insurance we have discussed. And paper. See here paper, what happened actually, unquoted paper and paper for exercise graph and laboratory notebooks. This is earlier it was at 12%. Now they have made it a nil. Here there is a inverted duty structure problem will come, that at the time of discussing challenges we will discuss. Okay. Paper industry, those who are dealing with the paper industry, they know very well. Dissolving grade chemical wood pulp and various paper and paper road other than exercise book paper, 12% to 18%. And mining we have discussed. Here some of the demerit goods that we will discuss. Then we will go to challenges. See, we know very well, earlier there was a 28%, now it is gone to 40%. Demerit goods, some people are calling sin goods. Here motor cars, motorcycle, aircraft, all these things are there. We should not call it as a sin goods. But some of the tobacco and pan masala, okay, it is a sin goods. The thing is, sin goods and luxurious product, they have made it a 40%. Okay. But even then, some of the luxurious product earlier 28% plus sales, almost all it was equal to 50%. Now it is reduced to 40%. But some of the product earlier it was without sales 28%. Now it has gone to 40%. Definitely their price impact will be there. Tobacco and pan masala, we know very well. All the governments, all the governments they, on tobacco and pan masala and even for drinks, okay, whatever drinks is not covered under GST, it is covered under state excise. But even then, as far as possible, they want to levy the highest tax and they want to collect it so that they want to curb that consumption. Tobacco, pan masala, drinks, all these things. And aerated waters, little bit, whatever uh, impact of this alcoholic impact will be there. That is why because of that reason it is increased from 28 to 40. Earlier also 28% plus cess was there. Okay, aerated waters. But there was a litigation even now also. Some of the cold drinks little bit, if they add aerate, automatically it is 28% to 40%. Earlier also it is 28%. There was a lot of litigation whether which one is, whether it is a cold drinks or aerated water, to what extent aerated water you have added to that, all these things, litigation. I am also handling some of the issues relating to some corporate. But in case of aerated water, 28% to 40%, and carbonate beverages, fruit drinks with a fruit juice. Here also in fruit juice, if it is a fruit juice, it is a 18%. If it is a carbonated beverages, and automatically earlier also 28%, now it is 40%. Other non-alcoholic beverages, motor cars. Okay, all these luxury motor cars you can say. Earlier 28% plus cess, now it is 40%. Motorcycle exceeding 350 cc like race motor cars and all these things. Maybe say around people are selling at the 10 to 15 lakh, they are charging industries. On that, they are supported for 40%. Aircraft for personal use, some of the big industry leaders and film actors, they are all having aircrafts, no? Automatically, it is a luxurious vehicle, then they are supposed to give 40%. From 28 to 40%, then vehicles and all these sports, all these things, then automatically 28 to 40%. Smoking pipes and cigarette holders. Okay, see what ultimately they are supposed to charge higher rate only, revolver and pistols. Then admission to, this is a service, admission to casino, race clubs and sport events. That is also 28 to 40%. License a bookmaker for race clubs. Then specified actionable claims, betting, casinos, gambling, horse racing, all these things, and leasing rental without operators and goods attracting 40%. Say all this luxury product, either luxury product or sin product, they have shifted from 28 to 40%. Now they are totally removed the sales. Because of that reason, even if it is a 40%, the price will come down. That is the agenda. Now we will go to challenges. Always always whenever government will come with any proposal, government want to give a lot of benefit to the industry and customer, no doubt at all. But there is a problem. At one shot, we can't solve each and everything. Whenever you are addressing some issue, automatically some new issues will emerge. That is also common. Because of that reason, even after introduction of the GST 2.0, there is a challenges that we will discuss one by one. Whatever possible, maybe in future government will address it. Some of the issues, maybe government will address some of the issues. It is not possible to address all these issues will be there. Good afternoon, sir. Due to reduction in GST rates, Anand Kumar, sir, there are reports that sellers have hijacked the prices of many goods. In many cases, more than quantum of reduction. No doubt, sir. Anand, sir, uh, no doubt. See, whenever government want to come within some object, middlemen will make the money, no doubt at all. But in long run, it is all a short time. In short term, they will make a money, no doubt. But in the long run, this benefit will go to the customer. That is 100% sure. Anand Kumar sir, what you are telling is 100% right. All the products, middlemen, they have not reduced the price. They have taken an undue advantage. Now there is no anti-profiteering clause. You know very well. Government can't book the case against you also. But in the long run, because of competition, all these things automatically it will solve. Because see, what will happen if you are having 100 dealers, one or two dealers or 10 dealers, maybe they will do like that. If the another 90 dealers, if they give discount, then automatically that news will spread. People will ask the discount and middlemen will reduce the price. But that problem is that if that type of people, if they are 90%, we can't help it. Sometime it will also happen. But awareness and competition, it is a very, very important tool to control the price. Say, for example, you have to ask the shopkeeper, sir, they have reduced this GST rate. Why you are not reducing? Like that, if there are 10 people or 100 people, if they ask, automatically that news will spread. And nowadays, you know very well. In Facebook, if you put, sir, this product rate has come down, shopkeepers or a dealer, they will not reduce the price. It will go to thousands of people throughout the world. Then automatically each and every dealer will be reduce the price. Now we have to spread this news. Even in construction industry, you have to spread the news. You have to ask the discount. Then automatically they will bother and they will reduce the price. I hope I'm able to meet your why was the anti-profiteering law is neutralized, sir? That I don't know. I don't have exact answer. The idea is impact of the anti-profiteering law is not so good. Say, for example, before whatever you in GST era, they have collected around 4 to 5,000 crores due to anti-profiteering, but the people will question that order in higher authorities. As compared to economy as a whole, that impact is very, very small. That is why government has decided through enforcement nothing is possible, and automatically this competition and awareness will take care of everything. That is what maybe they are thinking. Otherwise, anti-profiteering is really it is required, because if you book a one or two cases, other will be very, very whatever they will take, and automatically once in paper, if something comes, no, the government has booked the case against Hindustan Lever or somebody, they have not reduced the price because of GST 2.50, then automatically all other dealers automatically they will reduce the price. That is also required, but somehow unfortunately they have abolished the anti-profiteering, whatever anti-profiteering law. It is not, according to my opinion, once again it is not good, because if there is an anti-profiteering authority, people will have a fear. Okay, if there is no direct impact, even then people will reduce the price. But now it is not happening. I think Anand sir, I'm able to answer your this one. Oh, once again, in the above cases, hiking prices, anti-protein law would have been useful. Thanks a lot, sir. Okay. Once again, we will go back to then classification. Just there is a small technical problem. Once again, I will share the PPT. No problem. Now, anti-profiteering clause, even if it is not there, what type of action will taken by department or government, we will see, wait and see. Next is classification ambiguity. That is anyhow, it will be there time being. Say, for example, whenever GST comes, whatever based on HSN, you are supposed to classify the product. Whenever new rate comes now, automatically people will have a confusion. That classification problem always it will be there, but you have to be little bit careful. Despite the consolidation of tax slab, dispute may still arise over the classification of certain goods and services, especially the special rates falling into 40% or otherwise also even 18% or in 5% also there is a litigation. Earlier also it was there. Even in future also it will be there. No doubt at all. But in the long run, the expectation of the people and even government is thinking, say for example, if the GST rate of the product today is 18%, you should be after 10 years also it should be 18% or after 5 years also. If you are having that type of policy, there will not be much confusion, so that people will discharge correct GST and there will not be much litigation. Okay, that how long it will take, God only knows. All this GST rate we have to streamline, and in the long run we should not have lot of variety, and the even product also here and there from 18 to 5, 5 to 18, all these things, or 18 to 40, 40 to 18, we should not do it. Straight away, this product is 18% means another 10 years or 5 years, it should be 18% or 5%. That is always good law, but here and there, depending upon the situation, we are supposed to change it, no doubt at all. Technology and compliances. Whenever new GST rate comes, all this software we know very well. Those who are in SAP or ERP, for each and every small configuration, they will come with a 10 lakh or 15 lakh, 20 lakh bill. That is why those who are using ERP and SAP, they will face lot of problem in configuration of the product rate. Say especially in technology or in a software, if you select the product code, automatically GST rate will come. There frequent changes in product GST rate, automatically it will create lot of problems. There is a lot of confusion, and also there is a technological problem will also arise. That is why you have to be very careful. Inverted duty structure, in paper industry, okay, their input is now 18% and output is 5%. Automatically inverted duty structure problem will come. And water, even in water industry, there is a inverted duty structure. All the input relating to water industry, now it is 18% and output is 5%. No doubt at all, in inverted duty structure for other than services, you will get the refund. But when you will get the refund, for that the government is telling 90% of the refund within 7 days we are giving. Whether it will happen or not, that is a big question. Whether it will happen or not, it is a big question, because nowadays also within 2 months they are supposed to give a refund, they are not giving. Like that, 90% of the refund within 7 days they want to process it. Whether it will happen or not, practically we have to see in future. Especially water industry, there is a huge input tax credit. They are supposed to claim the refund, and automatically blockage of working capital it will happen. Another is cash flow issues due to inverted duty structure. Automatically all cash flow will held up in as a refund. Refund, if you get late, automatically it is very difficult to manage the show. Some of the more products are given inverted due, paper and water already discussed. Increase cost like a hotelier for 5%. There is no input tax credit. Basic price they are supposed to increase, because hotel industry they are not getting any credit if they charge 5% tax. Then calculating that impact, if you calculate properly, well and good, otherwise automatically what will happen, you are losing the money. And also another problem people are facing, especially in hotel industry, uh, all these government people, they told no, there is a reduction in rate of tax. Then these people, instead of charging 18%, they have charged 5%, but they have increased the basic price. People, laymen, they have questioned the why you have increased the basic price. Only government told rate of tax is decreased. Then explaining to all these laymen, it is very difficult job, and handling all these type of common man, it is not a easy job. That is why frequent changes in tax rate and policies, it will create a lot of problems. Then fiscal shortfall, this challenge is relating to government. Definitely they will handle it. The widespread reduction GST rate could be lead to the significant annual revenue loss for the government. Estimated at 48,000, somewhere around 50,000 crores due to these GST changes. This puts pressure on central and a state government manage their finances, potentially forcing them to reduce the spending or increase borrowing. But surprisingly, SBI has given a report. It is predicting only 3,700 crore loss, because increase the production and increase consumption will take care of everything. That is what SBI has given a report. We will see. We don't know. We will wait and see. And specify premises in the case of hotel 7,500. Once again, it is creating a lot of problem. Then all this hotel industry already they have approached the government, and the hotel association also will wait and see. Now input tax on inventory, you know very well. If the rate of tax reduced from 28 to 18%, 18 to 5%, absolutely no problem. Whatever credit lying in input tax register, you are eligible to carry forward. Then If your rate of tax either 28% or 18% or 12% or 5%, now if it is a zero, then you are not eligible to carry forward that input tax credit. You are supposed to reverse it. Then once again, whatever input available in books of accounts, if you are reversing, automatically it is a cost to you. To that extent, you are supposed to increase your rate of tax. Okay, that is a big question. According to my opinion, why they have done like that, I don't know. Even if it is exempt, whatever available input tax credit, they are supposed to give a refund, but they are not eligible. Definitely, they are supposed to reverse it. There is a small contradictory views. If there is a reduction in GST rate, you are eligible to carry forward the input tax credit. If there is no tax or exempt, your product is exempt irrespective of whatever tax rate, then automatically whatever available input tax credit you are supposed to reverse it. That is another big challenge, and automatic solutions to some of the litigation. Okay, that we will discuss, and I will take question now before going to that. Okay, Dilip, what is the compliance are required if purchase item rates have become zero from 12 to 5 order? Sir, this compliance, absolutely no problem. If there is a tax rate is 18% or 12% or 5%, if it is zero, you have to reverse your input tax, whatever available. Otherwise, there is no other compliance. As it is, you can run the business, and as it is GST 1, 3B, all these things, you can file it. That is possible. No other question. Now I will go back to automatic solution for some of the litigation. Just I have listed one or two. Hajmola candy tablets. There is an Allahabad High Court. It is stated that this one, whether Hajmola candy tablet, whether it is a chocolate or a tablet, that was a question actually. According to Dabur company, it is a tablet and they are supposed to charge only 5% GST. But government department has issued the notice somewhere around, they are issued the notice amounting to rupees somewhere around 100 crore plus, and Allahabad High Court has given a stay. Now, after 22nd September 2.0, even chocolates are taxable at 5%. Now, probably in future, this litigation will not be there. But the question is, last 7-8 years, whatever they have collected and paid 5%, whether it is okay or they are supposed to collect 18%, that is a big question. Because not only they have reduced the rate of GST, but anyhow, that whatever legal litigation court will take care of everything, and anyhow, whether it is a candy or a whatever chocolate or a tablet, it is a big question. But what Dabur company is telling, it was settled before introduction of the GST. Once again, issuing these type of notice is not correct, because there was a problem in central excise era also. At that time only it is a settled issues. Even then, now they have issued the notice. Because of that reason, again and again going to court, all these things is very difficult. But now onwards, absolutely no problem. Mining, there was a inverted duty structure, and the input is service. Service is 18% and output is 5%. Even including me, we have filed the case because I know very well the department will not allow this case, but even then we have filed the case. But now even output is 18%. According to my opinion, instead of fighting with all these old cases, now if you withdraw a case, you will get the input tax credit. Then in future, you are paying 18%, and whatever there is no time limit for carry forward of input tax credit, then automatically all this input you can utilize in future, but those who are okay already discharge the tax liability, for them it is a problem. And another problem is this credit, okay, this credit, whether if it is sufficient to discharge the tax liability, well and good. If there is an excess, how long you are able to carry forward, that is a big question, because unnecessary cash flow problem. But otherwise, it is okay. With this, I will close this. Thank you very much. I will another 1 or 2 minutes. I will interact with you people. If there is a question, please ask. Thank you very much to each and everybody. Oh, okay. Okay, what is the compliance? Okay, that I have clarified. Thank you very okay. Inside Hajmula candy is an Ayurvedic tablet. Sir, Hajmula candy is an Ayurvedic tablet. That is what company's contention. But the question here is department is not agreeing. Just go through it. It is a whatever. Allahabad High Court case. There is a Allahabad High Court case. Just go through it. Our opinion, your opinion is 100% okay, no doubt at all. But even then, government is arguing it is a chocolate and you are supposed to discharge 18%. In future, they will not have any problem. Hajmula candy is an Ayurvedic tablet. Definitely, it is an Ayurvedic tablet, no doubt at all. But sometime department will take some different whatever decision they will take, then time being whatever litigation will continue. But in future, after September 22nd, there is no litigation. Even if they tell chocolate or Ayurvedic tablet, there is no difference. You are supposed to discharge 5% only. But whether it is a chocolate or Ayurvedic tablet, there will be litigation, but rate of tax, no problem. Thank you very much once again to all the members, those who have attended. Thank you very much to Tax Research Department and our Institute President and Vice President and our Chairman of Tax Research Committee, both Ashish Tatte sir and Bhati sir. Thank you very much once again, and over to TRD, Tax Research Department.
Thank you for it, sir, for your insights. We look forward to such sessions in future also. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
We are ending the session, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much to each and everybody. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.